Hello everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise. Welcome to all my new members in case you don't know my name or if you forget it. You guys often call me Diane, so I'm just going to wish her a merry, 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 happy everything every time that happens. So anyway, this will be our USA happenings, USA events for January 9th, Sunday, January 9th through Saturday, January 15th. Okay, let me get the camera dropped down. We'll see what's happening. Okay, so I'm going to use this deck that may be Lenormand, or if you want to say it in English, it would be Lenormand by Ryan Edward. And it's a combination of the Lenormand and Gypsy. That's why I like it. Okay, let me settle into the dates of January 9th through the 15th. So Sunday through Saturday, USA happenings. I'm cracking up thinking of Biden calling Trump the defeated former president. Never would name his name, just kept calling him the former president, and then he said defeated former president. Oh man. The thing that popped into my mind though at the time was really what I wanted to call him, or what I do think of him, is the Putin and Zuckerberg installed former president. Former puppet, actually. Oh, it's such... I can't tell you what a relief it is that he's out, even though I knew he wouldn't get in. I just, you know, you have your inner knowing, but then when it's like everything, when it's confirmed... It's great. It's like a lot of people come to me for readings. It's like they already knew inside, but then I confirmed something, and then they're like, okay, that's the way to go when we both get the same thing. Or maybe they went to another reader too. So anyway, USA, back to the USA happenings. So I'm going to do 9 across and 9 columns of 3 rows, so I can have 3 3x3 boxes here, and I'll talk you through how that goes. It'll give us a really clear picture of everything. I mean, hopefully everything. Okay. So bear with me while I draw 27 cards. 1, 2, okay. All right. Now bear with me while I get them lined up here. Oops. Oh. A little further over. Sorry about that. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 9. I always have to leave a little more on this side. For some reason, once it's uploaded, it's often a little short. Okay, so now the rest of this will go faster. Oh, goodness. Ooh, you know who that card is. Well, it can also be a COVID card. We'll see. Often things come through in layers, and there are different meanings depending on the context of how we look at it. But I can always use some extra cards and clarify. Now, this is COVID because these cards touch. Okay. Interesting there. Okay, so opening up the reading, so we would start with the first 3 or 4 cards. This is Biden, because it's USA and he's the guy in charge. And I've always assigned him in these readings as being the man. Except for last week, the woman came through and I kept feeling like it didn't really feel like it was Jill Biden, because the rules are in Lenormand and Kipper, the men and the women are, unless you assign them and open it to be something different, they're always either the person that you're reading on, or or their spouse or partner. So there's that tricky thing that can come in sometimes. But anyway, last week I kept feeling like it wasn't Jill, which would have been his, the woman card when she came through. Hold on, excuse me. But that it was actually his work wife, Mamala Kamala. And that turned out to be true because they both spoke. They both had a lot to say on the January 6th, about the insurrection. And I kept not feeling Trump in there, which was kind of weird. And I should have clued in that meant, I don't think when I did that reading, when I did that reading, I had no idea that Trump had, I don't think I did. I don't think I had any idea that he was planning to, do a rally that day. And he did cancel it, so now I understand why I wasn't really feeling him there. I kind of don't feel him here either. Even though, this is the 45 card that used to always come through when I read on him. When I used to do those daily readings on him, it feels more like COVID. But then again, it could be in this other layer with these two, right? The snake near him. But anyway, okay, let's get the reading going. Okay, so there's this week, whether or not we see it or know about it in the news, we can take heart in the fact that Joe Biden is very committed to movement, to moving us forward, to the economy. The ship is all about, it could be about healing the transportation issue, or working, not totally healing it, but the supply, demand issue, doing his best that he can. It is a card of change. It's a card of travel. It's a card of, of course, movement. It's ruled by Jupiter, so it brings in that understanding and tolerance. And it also rules the ninth house in an astrology chart. So the ninth house is about courts of law sometimes. Interesting. So he could, I don't know if he's going to be traveling this week or not. He does a lot, often. So, and I don't, he's not going to go travel to see anybody overseas, I don't think, that I know of, but that's possible. It could be some sudden, commitment to do that. And it has to do with, I feel like it's more about family issues. Like he's he's really focused on getting the economy going well, moving well, and it's like this focus on the family is what I just heard. Focus on the family, because I mean the moon can be. It can be, his public reputation, but that's not what he does. He's not a psychic. He's not, although, double Scorpio, so those attributes are certainly there. And I believe everyone has their psychic intuitive faculties. It's just that many people's, like this guy's, are just totally clouded over because his soul is so crusty. Krusty the Clown. But anyway, this could be about his public reputation. There is that possibility. On another level, this could be creating something new that is very attractive. And so focusing in on that, it could be anything that is blocking. He's moving to, well, on one level, working towards literally protecting us. The dog is all about protection from hidden enemies, but also obstacles to our financial flow. So, but on a different layer here. Get my mouth working right. This could be the little guy over in Russia. Protection from that, and enforcing those sanctions that he has been. There's that possibility that repetitive work that needs to be done to keep Ukraine protected. I feel like that's in there. So something might be up with that this week. Hold on, I've got to get some water. Okay, that's better. All right, so anyway, let's focus in on, we've done the opening here. So this is the theme for the week. So we can count on the fact that Biden will be committed to making good changes for focusing on the family, protecting us from hidden enemies, and I do feel Ukraine and Russia in here, and making those changes to the supply, doing what he can to help with that supply chain, demand. Sometimes this can be like foreign enemies, oil issues, right? There's that possibility. Okay, so now let's do the four corners. So success, enlightenment, revealing something. The sun, I can't really just go this way. I kind of have to go around it because the sun shines light. It sheds light on all the nearby cards, so all the cards touching it. So this could be some sudden success. This could be in renewable energy, but it's sudden and it could be even kind of shocking, but it's also an electricity card, just like the stars would be, but I don't have the stars here. This could be like just something brand new that comes in, and it might be kind of surprising. Shoot, you know what? He's on top. I like that. So he's in control. But there could be some surprising... Oh, this is my COVID shot card. Oh, hey. Yeah, there could be some new... But I don't know why he would have anything to do with that. Oh, you know what? I'm wondering if this has to do with any type of a mandate. That's possible. I don't have the letter card here. Well, it's here. Okay, so here we go. Testing kits being sent out. I've heard about that happening in the news, so maybe they will start coming through this next week. or by the 15th. There's some new surprising. So it could be with renewable energies. It could be with, I do feel COVID there though. Especially because we've got the jab here. This is my jab card. There's a point here. But it's Cupid, and Cupid is all about something short term, often something kind of impulsive. He is not an impulsive guy, so I can't say that he's going to be impulsive unless he gets triggered by some foreign, thing with Putin, and then it's like, okay, we're done. I'm protecting, right? Because he's got to take care of his interests. Now, normally the way you read a three, well, hold on, before I do that, let's do those four corners like I started. Okay, so success, shining the light on something surprising, maybe something to do with electricity and renewables, but also our prosperity, food. Goodness, what else with the pig? It's prosperity, but we have to be careful with overindulgence. But this is more about. I really feel it's more about prosperity, because notice how it knights up here to the ship card, which has to do with changes and movement in the food supply. These cards together, and he's committed, because the prosperity card, food card, things like that, is up here, knighting as well. It's like 1 over and 2 up. So these two cards knight down here to our prosperity card, which is good. So, okay. So there's probably some news coming out, maybe about new jobs, more jobs. He's been doing great with the economy, but we're under this inflationary problem, and I wonder if he's going to do something about that best he can, because it really just has to do with like these meat supplying companies who are being greedy, right? Because they can, and the oil distributors, the gas companies, the greed of this can be a greedy card with the gas companies. I wonder if he's going to be working on that, and there could be some shocking news that comes through about that. So we'll see. We'll just have to wait. If it doesn't come out this week, I would say that it is something he's working on, and it might be behind the scenes. We do have the book here that can show, secret things, or things that are still just kind of quiet. So, but anyway, let's do this four corners. So, success that Biden is committed to, and success that will continue to renew, successful partnerships, alliances, commitments. Could even be some successful new contract. And I don't know, what, with a wine company? I mean, this card over here is all about partying, having so much that you can sit in a vat of wine and, or sit in a bathtub of wine and have some fun. So that's interesting. And then down here with reading these four cards, let me see if I were to do this. Focus in on these four cards. If I can. Okay, so if we just focus on these four cards, there would be, successful relationships, partnerships, commitments maybe it's to get America back to the place where we feel like there's something to celebrate. That's what I'm getting. And And a lot of that. The fish is a lot, but it's also about money and transactions and the flow, most of all the flow. And, you know, sales, transactions, shopping, things like that. It's an abundance. So the four corners here are telling me that Biden's focus is to get us back to an abundant place. So, okay, that's good to know. So now let's go ahead and do this 9 box here, and I'll try to go more quickly. So something short term, I feel like it's the jab. And so, this is Biden, he's committed to getting as many people vaccinated and committed to the testing. You know, he's committed, right? And to get those things shipped out, to get those testing kits shipped out, and to do it as quickly as he can. And it might be a little surprising how quickly it comes through, but it will be successful. And there will be a lot of the testing kits that go out, I think. And, you know, he's loyally trying to protect us in a way so that we can just kind of just be on our own independent way and have fun with the cat, you know. So, yeah. I really do feel like this is all about the testing and the vaccine. So there might be some news that comes out about... I'm wondering if we get some news about that new vaccine they've been working on at Walter Reed. Walter Reed Medical Center has been working on a vaccine that just, like, I think they're trying to make something that anybody can take. One of my dear viewers, Ramon Bustos, I talked about that last week. He sent me the article from the Military Times that spoke to it. So I posted a link to that in my community section. You're just going to have to scroll through to find it, because I tend to post things every day. So you might have to scroll a little bit. Okay, so anyway, into the next. So we could say this might be the beginning of the week, and whether we know it or not, it's happening. And then but the key, you know, thing here, I really do feel is he is being like loyal to our prosperity and our protection. So now let's go to the next, you know, 9 box square here. So money is going out in this direction. Money's being thrown at an obstacle. And the obstacle, like I said, could be, you know, the hidden enemies of, you know, that we have. China, Russia. I hate to look at, you know, countries as being our enemy, but I just, you know, wouldn't it be nice if we have these lifetimes where there's no such thing as war? And people aren't trying to steal our intellectual, you know, services and copyrights and things like that. But anyway, so there's money being thrown at, it's kind of hidden. Money being thrown at, yeah, we're not going to know about this, I don't think, you guys, but it's something really important. And if I read the, you know, directionally this way, like we can see the dog moving towards this, and what's in between is the mountain is all about, you know, obstacles, but also, you know, delays, and also hidden enemies. So, and the dog is all about protection and healing and instinctually going in the right direction. Most of all, loyalty. You know, loyalty and protection are the main. So money's assets are being spilled out to protect us from any hidden enemies. Okay, that's good to know. And so I kind of jumped outside of that 9 box, but that's how you do with a little, you know, I've kind of got a little mini grand tableau going on here. So there's some attraction. Yeah, it's an attraction to solving, to creating a solution so that we are protected. But I do feel like it's hidden. We might not know about it. And it's been a repetitive issue. So money cycling around because there's this attraction that needs to be taken care of, I guess. And then, yeah, repetitive money that has to keep, this has to be on a military level. If it's not, or if it's another layer, this would be, it's possible that it's the hidden enemy of COVID, because we never know where it's going to pop up again, right? And because this is our health card. The tree is a health card. It's also all systems of, it's like analyzing a situation and getting into the system of what could create more health. It's also what we will invest in, yeah, and it is kind of, like the way trees have those big trees have those big tap roots that suck up all the energy, from below. It is sucking. It's like a secret sucking that we're having to deal with. So I do feel COVID in here. And especially these cards here, this could be a prescription. This could be news coming out of COVID. This is the clouds, and the clouds that are full of mist. And these two cards together are especially my COVID cards. This is the card of illness. Prescription, yeah. Let's see, what about, hold on. This card is knighting up here. Yeah, I feel it's both. I feel there's Russia in here, protecting Ukraine from Russia in here. And, there might be some new solution that comes through there. But also, I do feel COVID in here too, because there's a lot of money being thrown at that. Yeah, because he's trying to create a solution there. So, yeah. So I feel it's the tests, and also maybe a new, the new vaccine. There's that possibility that we get some news about this next week, maybe towards the end of the week. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, so there's that. Let's see. For the letter, okay, so the letter knights up to the rose, so this could be some, with the testing, with prescriptions for COVID, because notice how it knights up here to the illness card, and we do have the clouds right next to it. So testing, prescriptions, vaccinations that are very attractive. It might be that he's trying to get more people who've been blocked from easy ways to get a vaccine. Maybe there's going to be more support for them. And then, let's see, what else? Yeah, and there might, the metal card, I think it's, I forget the name of it. It's like some type of like I always see it as, in the Kipper, the Kipper card for, reputation and like high honors. It's the high honors card. I feel like it's the same way. So there's some success, some recognition, some order that comes out, and I really do think it is a new medicine, vaccines, both, and testing kits. So, yeah. Because it knights here to the illness card. It has to be that. I can't imagine what else it would be. So anyway, okay. There's repetitive betrayals going on, arguments. The whip is all about arguments, betrayals, actions, though, and getting things done. So he's going to get things done to protect us from complications, detours. Yeah, I like that, actually. That's really good. So, okay. Now, I'll move to this 9 box. I feel kind of exhausted with, more descriptions there. Yeah, especially, but I mean, I just feel like there's a lot of news about ways to fight COVID. We do have problems with hospitals, and because nurses they're leaving. A lot of them have quit because they can't handle the endless hours, and there's not enough. So hospitals are canceling. I don't have the scythe in here to show cancellations, but hospitals, and I don't even have the the little tower card, which would be hospitals, but we do have this health card here, and this is speaking to how things could be dangerous if you have to go to a hospital. So we are needing to really protect ourselves, especially those who aren't vaccinated at all or cannot get vaccinated. We do have to be very careful there. So, okay, so let's go to this 9 box here. So, again, COVID, I feel like there's some recognition as to the need to trust our instincts, as to how this card is like a splashing card. When I used to do those dailies on Trump, it took me forever to figure out what these cards were trying to tell me, and I would get these 2 cards together with him, and then I realized, oh, it was his rallies that were super spreaders, and the birds is all about speaking, and what comes out when you speak, right? And so here it is. So maybe there's more news as to how important it is to wear a mask to cover, right, when we go out. Because we have, the care that needs to come through so that we're not betraying our fellow, brothers and sisters when we're out. Can't seem to get things straight. When we're out. If we're out when we've got, what is this, Omicron? I hate saying Omicron because Om is like a very peaceful word. But that seems to be the way they're pronouncing it. But anyway, when we've got this new strain, and it's so contagious, it's way more contagious. It might not be as bad as Delta, but Delta is still out there too. So again, all of this is just, I think things are going to come out on the news because we've got water, mist, water, splashing, and speaking, and we need to care. This is all about caretaking. This card is literally caretaking and caring for our brothers and sisters going out. So that message is really coming through strongly. Really coming through strongly. that's going to be the focus of the week. So okay, let's let me use the Kipper a little bit. Oops. And hold on, I'm going to drop the camera down a little bit because these cards are, I won't be able to, well, the method to my madness, right? Hold on. Okay, so I'm using Ciro Marchetti's Kipper. And I'll just do 10 cards. I want to see if there's any, the reason I'm using this deck is that I want to see if there's any legal issues coming out that we'll want to know about. So I have to assign the people cards though. Let's do it this way. Melania, any supportive feminine person to Trump? Any supportive masculine person to Trump? There's Trump. Here's either Don Jr. or Eric. Oh, and here's Ivanka. Okay. Hold on. Make sure these are really mixed up. Bear with me. Hold your ears. Oh, I probably didn't give you enough time, did I? Okay, hold your ears. One more time. Okay. All right, let me settle in now. Any news on the Trump crime family legally? Any news or happenings legally this next week, January 9th through the 15th? Okay. There's Ivanka. Maybe she's dealing with the subpoena she already got. She's not happy. Can't think about anything else, and it's affecting her whole family. The rules are coming down, rules and regulations coming down. That would have to do with her marriage as well, and their whole reputation and their family assets. And with the message card, this would be all communications. It's, I know you can see the letter there, but notice there's telephone. In Kipper, there's just one card for communications, and it includes everything. So yeah, man, she is worrying. This is having demands placed upon you, and you can't sleep at night, major problems. And yeah, it's like the Nine of Swords, but worse. It's the worst deck. I mean, it's the worst deck. It's the worst card in the deck. It's like the Nine of Swords in the tarot, but worse. And of course, this is all about the reputation, her reputation. This is that card I was trying to say is like a lot like, oh wait, hold on. For anyone that's trying to learn from this maybe Lenormand deck, these two cards are pretty much the same. Pretty much the same meaning. Okay, now I got that out of the way. Glad it popped in. Anyway, Reputation here, Knight's up to her. This is her reputation and her entire family and anyone connected with her. Yeah, no matter how I read it, bookending or knighting, she's really concerned about it. And this would be a subpoena going literally like right to her house. If maybe it's another one. It affects her real estate, her assets. The house card is just like the house in the Lenormand. It's the same meaning. It's real estate. It's all your possessions. It has to do with your ancestors, your lineage, your heritage, like that kind of, like where you hail from, and your family, all of, the history of your family. So she's really worried about that. Can't stop thinking about it. She's probably thinking about, because notice this card knights to these two cards. So what she's worrying about is any communications from the past. But this would be legal documents as well, because we're talking tax returns. We're talking whatever she's declared on her taxes. And knighting down here to the official person, it's like, some people read this as like, yes, it's official. Ivanka is going to have problems because, this would be not only the rules and regulations, but like the obligations. And of course, this would be financial tax record obligations. So something may come through, something may break through this week. If it doesn't, this spread is just to tell us what she's really worried about. Interesting. Wow. I think these same kind of cards came through on the reading, the monthly reading for her. But I was asking what we'd hear about this next week, so that I think I don't know if it'll be out mainstream, but it'll be there. It's in the background. So let's see, anything else? She's also thinking about her marriage. Yeah, and she's really concerned about her assets and her family. Literally, I mean, we've got both family cards here. Her family history and how she's been connected with them. She's probably wishing she had a different last name besides Kushner or Trump. Time to reinvent yourself, right? Okay, well, I think that's all I have for this political stuff and happenings. And so next I'll move on to our spiritual growth readings for the week. Okay, thanks you guys. Take good care as always. Bye.